All the latest Arsenal transfer news in one place, including updates on Julian Alvarez, Victor Valdepenas and Gabriel Martinelli. The Argentine is one of football's most in-demand commodities this summer, but only a handful of clubs are able to meet Atleti's hefty asking price of over €100 million. Arsenal are one of those clubs, and exploratory talks have taken place with Alvarez. This may seem strange given that the Gunners spent big on Victor Gyökeres last year. However, we can now reveal that Arsenal are not planning to use Alvarez as a central striker, at least not primarily. We understand that he is seen as a potential solution to the club's problem on the left side of the attack. Eintracht Frankfurt are desperate to sign Real Madrid youngster Victor Valdepenas this summer, according to Sky Germany. The Bundesliga side have stepped on the gas in a bid to get a deal done, but it is a difficult operation because there is strong competition for the defender's signature. This competition is likely to be Arsenal. The same outlet, as well as Fabrizio Romano, previously revealed that the Gunners are huge admirers of Valdepenas and are constantly scouting him with a view to a potential move. Arsenal have set an asking price of around €50 million for Gabriel Martinelli, Fitchages claims. The Brazil international is facing an uncertain future at the Emirates and has been widely tipped to depart this summer. Arsenal are known to be in the market for a more marquee player for Martinelli's position. As mentioned above, Arsenal believe that Alvarez could fill that role, while they have also been linked with numerous other potential options, such as Bradley Barcola, Yandy Omondi and Kvitschuk Kvaratskhelia. Barcelona are attentive to Martinelli's situation. Another left-wing option for the Gunners is Newcastle winger Anthony Gordon, who has been urged to reconsider his desire to move to Bayern Munich. The England star has agreed personal terms with the Bundesliga giants, who are looking for competition for Luis Diaz. Bayern are prepared to pay €60 million for Gordon, but Newcastle are currently demanding up to €90 million. Danny Murphy believes that a move to Germany would be a mistake. "I like Anthony Gordon. He's got great strengths and qualities," he told TalkSport. "His consistency is a problem. He's had that wonderful run in Europe this season, but a lot of penalties. This is his highest scoring season, but when you look at where Munich are at, I don't think he threatens the Shi. He's not on Diaz's level." Bruno Fernandes has revealed that he was keen for Manatee to sign Declan Rice when he was leaving West Ham in 2023. The England midfielder joined Arsenal of a club record €116.6 million deal that summer, but the Red Devils captain believes that his club should have been all over Rice. "I admire him a lot as a person, first of all because I knew him from the Algarve when we were training together," Fernandes told Joel Bayer. "Obviously, I knew him already from West Ham, and we all knew the qualities he had. I've always said I always thought that Rice was a player to play for Manatee. I was really sad when he chose to go Arsenal. I didn't know if there was an opportunity for him to come to Manatee, but I always thought he'd be a perfect fit for our club." Arsenal's recruitment model continues to lean towards foresight rather than reaction, and their latest interest in emerging centre-backs reflects that philosophy. As reported by Courtside, the club are actively tracking both Jacobo Reyman and Victor Valdepenas to players viewed internally as potential heirs to Gabriel Magalhaes. The logic is clear. Gabriel has been a cornerstone under Mikel Arteta, yet at 28 and following recent injury concerns, succession planning has become a necessity rather than a luxury. Arsenal are not looking for immediate replacements, but rather players who can be moulded into elite-level partners for William Saliba. Jacobo Reyman has quickly established himself as a name to watch. Having joined Como from Real Madrid, his development has not gone unnoticed. Arsenal's growing interest mirrors that of Chelsea, who are also assessing defensive reinforcements ahead of the summer window. The report notes, Arsenal are looking very closely at Valdepenas and Raymond this summer, one source said. Their scouts have watched them several times and the feedback has been really positive. Arteta wants a young centre-back that can eventually become Gabriel's replacement to partner Saliba. Such wording suggests intent rather than idle scouting. Raymond fits the modern profile, comfortable in possession, tactically aware, and with room to grow into a leadership role. Any pursuit of Raymond comes with complications. Real Madrid hold both a buyback clause and a significant sell-on percentage, placing them in a position of control. This structure not only inflates the potential transfer fee, but also introduces uncertainty over the player's long-term destination. Madrid's recent handling of similar situations, including the anticipated return of Mikel, indicates a willingness to act decisively when talent matures elsewhere. However, with Dean Huijsen already added to their ranks, there remains a question over whether Raymond will be prioritised. While Raymond has captured attention, Victor Valdepenas remains firmly in Arsenal's plans. The club's long-standing interest suggests a parallel strategy, identifying multiple candidates who align with Arteta's tactical demands. This dual-tracking approach reflects a club operating with clarity. Rather than chasing established names at premium prices, Arsenal are investing in potential, ensuring continuity in both style and structure. From an Arsenal supporter's perspective, this report feels both reassuring and slightly familiar. The emphasis on youth, development, and long-term planning aligns with the club's recent trajectory, yet there is always a lingering question about timing. Gabriel's importance cannot be overstated, and while succession planning is sensible, fans may wonder whether resources should also be directed towards immediate impact signings. Defense has been a strength, but marginal gains often define title races. Raymond, in particular, sounds like a classic Arteta signing, technically gifted, positionally intelligent, and capable of evolving within a structured system. However, the Real Madrid clause adds a layer of risk. Arsenal supporters have seen similar situations before, where external control complicates otherwise promising deals. There is also the Chelsea factor. Competing with a rival who are equally aggressive in the market can drive up prices and accelerate timelines, potentially forcing Arsenal into earlier decisions than planned. Still, the broader strategy remains encouraging. Identifying players before they reach peak valuation is how elite squads are built sustainably. If Raymond or Valdepenas can be integrated gradually, learning alongside Saliba, the transition from Gabriel could feel seamless rather than abrupt. In the end, this is less about replacing a player and more about preserving a defensive identity that has become central to Arsenal's resurgence.